What's up, everybody? It's Carter again with Crypto Jam, and it's Thursday. Week is almost over. Hopefully, everybody's having a good week so far. So we're almost through this course. Now we're at the demo of, and it's called Blockchain Asset Transfer. So let me turn this down. So pretty much, as they say here, I'll read it. Transferring assets is the heart of blockchain. How can people buy and sell or transfer goods in a business network without any central governing body or policy? The following video demonstrates exactly that. How an asset such as a car can be transferred, which is bought or sold to other people. That process is compared to the traditional way assets such as goods or services are transferred between different people. So we'll go to that next. This will be a quick one.
Okay, what I hope you can see on your screen now is the main menu for our vehicle leasing demo. This is a demo that we've actually built some time ago, and we use extensively with our customers because we find it actually makes sense to them. It actually gives them a real feel of what blockchain can do rather than just listening to us talk. It's actually very straightforward. If you can see my mouse, we actually have 5 members of the business network. We start with a government regulator, then move on to a manufacturer, then a dealership, a lease company, a leasing, to prove me wrong, there's a 6th member, a scrap merchant. So what we've done effectively is put the tracking of a vehicle, a car, asset, onto this business network, and I'll show you just a small part of the demonstration, moving the asset around through a number of these different business network members. So let's start with the manufacturer. By clicking that link, I log in as Martin, who's an Alfa Romeo manufacturer. Now, using this very simple dialog, I can query what cars Martin has available at the manufacturer. And I'm actually going to choose this red Alfa Romeo, whose vehicle licensing number starts in RX. And I'm going to say I'm going to transfer that to a dealership in the network. So I can query here to see which dealerships are available to me. And I'll decide in this instance to transfer it to the Beachvale group. So we can see I'm transferring the car over here to a new dealership over here, which is Beachvale. And if I click the transfer assets, the blockchain's updated to reflect the movement of those assets from the manufacturer to the dealership, and we're here told that the assets have transferred okay. We're given the confirmation dialog. Now if I go up to the top level again and now log in as a dealership, I'm actually logging into as Deborah on the Beachvale group, and if I query what cars are available to Deborah, you'll see that the last car in the list is this red Alfa Romeo, whose license plate starts in RX. So effectively, I've used blockchain transaction to transfer the ownership of this vehicle from Martin to Deborah. So if Deborah then wants to transfer it from the dealership to a lease company, she would then select the car. Let's select the same car, just for consistency. And she'd then select who she wants to transfer it to. And she's going to, in this case, transfer it to the LeaseCan organization. Now, all she needs to do then is review the transactions. She's setting up, again, the red Alpha and moving it through to LeaseCan. So just click Transfer Assets. Again, we're querying the business network, seeing who needs to take part in the validation process. That's all done now. And if we can click OK and see that the asset's transferred. And I'll just finally show you, if we then logged in as the lease company, we've now logged in as Leslie in LeaseCan, we can see that if we query the cars available, you find the red Alpha with numbers plate RX at the end. So it's very straightforward transference of this asset through these 3 members of the business network. Now, if we can get, if we wanted to log in then as a regulator, we actually have a very interesting view in that we can see everything that's happened on the business network. And you will see there are loads of transactions here, most of which actually took part when the demo was being set up. But you'll see the two most recent transactions here are the transfer of the alpha from the manufacturer to the Beach Vale Group, and then the Beach Vale Group to the LeaseCan organization. So those two most recent ones are the ones that we've just done. And the demo also gives you the possibility of actually going and querying details on the blockchain. You'll see, if you look at the screen, the blockchain's actually now sort of like being rendered on the screen. If we were to examine the last two blocks, we actually see the details of the transference that we've done. Again, the lab will take you through what all these numbers mean and all the transactions mean and how they're actually rendered across the blockchain. As I say, that will be the topic of future parts of this live stream event. So that's the end of the demonstration. I hope the demonstration has actually added some value to what I've said, and I hope you've been able to see everything and follow through the session this afternoon. We have actually, as I say, all of this material is available. It will be available for later perusal via recording. But also, as I say, the demo is available and the presentation is available in scripted form on the community. So lots of information for you to go to. I hope you enjoy the rest of this week's Ustream events. I know they'll be high quality because Ant's delivering them. And I'm sure it will help you get to grips with blockchain. So thank you very much.
So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go to the review question, but a quick thing. Imagine when this gets going and finally hit mass adoption. So pretty much we're seeing the engine right now. So based on how we are today, everybody use their cell phones, their apps to try to do things. Everything is mobile. Imagine seeing the engine and having this like as an overlay, so that way it could be easy to use, because this is very difficult for the normal person to understand. So if you can have the blockchain making everything easier, less time, immutable, and in sync, everybody can update everything at once, and you're using an app, then things will go easier without that whole central control, and you'll get things faster. So I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to go through the review question. Which of the following statements are true about transaction in a business blockchain? Transactions are endorsed by a subset of business network participants. They are added to the ledger with appropriate confidentiality. They cannot be modified. So I think that's an all of the above question. Here we go. And that's pretty much it. And another thing too, and if you watch or been paying attention to the World Economic Forum in Davos, you can see that right now they're mainly concerned about the blockchain and not crypto, like not Bitcoin. So that's a very interesting point right there. So that's it for the video, and I hope you guys have a good Thursday.